I just finished this painting that's here besides me, and I want to just take a moment to describe and talk a little bit about the painting. This painting is acrylic on canvas, mostly acrylic. I have a couple of other things in it, but the subject matter, first thing, let me talk about the technique. I work in layers, and I do a concept sketch most of the time. Sometimes I just go at it. Here is a concept sketch here that I'm working from, and this kind of gets my color combinations and my theory and my thought process sort of organized on this. I have a variety of materials that I work with. Mostly it's acrylic, water-based spray paint over here, and oil sticks, pastels, and hard mediums like graphites and what's called paint markers. And so here I'm working on an unstretched canvas because I am going to do a whole series of unstretched canvas and then stretch them as needed for exhibition and for storage purposes. So the concept of the piece was to do something to do with the idea of there's power in the tongue. And I chose to use a pre-Columbian motif mask because I am, Mexican American, Mexican descent. So I do like to use indigenous imagery. I also wanted to use it because I do believe that the cultures of the Mesoamerican, Mayan, Aztec were a very spiritual people. And one of the theories or concepts that I try to project in my work is the balance between the physical, the spiritual, and the cultural. So that's where the fusion kind of comes in. So on this one, obviously if you're familiar with my work, I use the idea of transcending the auras or the projection of reality of the subconscious mind into a more balance of the auras, the colors, the environment, and everything else that goes with it. So with that being said, I have a lot of elements in the piece that deal with what you believe in your mind, how you interpret, you speak it, and you see it, and you understand it. So it's a way to sort of sum of the whole, if you can say. It's like the concept of controlled chaos, meaning if you take a physical body, on the outside surface, it's like zooming out. All you see is a figure, a face, a body. But as you begin to internalize the human body, you come to terms that there is more to it. There's ecosystem, or not ecosystem, but there's systems in place in our organisms that function almost independently of us. And that's like microbes and cells and things like that. They all have a function, and they survive within them. Depending on how we treat our body, that's how these organisms work within our body. So it's kind of similar to that. So the speech and what we say can affect how we feel. If we say something negative, if we say lies, if we constantly choose to put deceit in ourselves, it begins to manifest itself internally. And I believe that what we say affects our stress level, affects our blood pressure, affects the entire system, your vagus nerve. A lot of things is all interconnected. So that's what this particular piece is about. At first I was going to title it Lies and Deceit, but I came to realize that concept of positive and negative works, whether it's a positive message or a negative message, it works for you or against you.